Hello, my dear apprentices. This is Mr. Magno with the new lesson 15. The objective is for you to learn how to divide a decimal number by a whole number using the place value chart to understand better what happens in the algorithm form. Um, if you already know this is going to be a review for you. Let's look at the instructions. Draw a place value. Draw place value disks on the place value chart to solve. Show each step in the standard algorithm form. All right, let's begin. We have a division that says 5/10, which is a number less than 1, is going to be divided into two groups. Let us do that right now. I'm going to increase the size of my, to create my dots. So how many 5/10 do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many holes do I have? I have 0. So that's why the ones is empty. How many hundreds? 0. How many thousands? 0. All right. Knowing that, let's do what we need to do now. I'm going to reduce this. And again, going over here, we say how many groups of 2's can you make out of the 0? And the answer will be 0. This is how you know that there is nothing there. And remember that we have to align the decimal number right above the decimal number inside the division symbol. When that happens, then we're going to look at the 5 and say, how many groups of 2 can you make out of 5? Well, let's do it on the actual drawing. So we're going to make groups of 2's. This is a group of 2, and this is a group of 2. So the answer is we can only do 2 groups of 2's out of 5. Now there should be a remainder, just like in the picture in the place value chart. If we do this, when we do multiply 2 times the divisor 2 equals 4. And now the difference between 5 and 4 is 1. So there you have it. That's the answer. However, that will be the answer will be 2 and 1/2 left. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to take it farther. We're going to turn the 1/10 into hundreds. So now we know that there are 10 tens, now 10 hundreds in 1/10. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, as you can see, we turn this one in the 1/10 into hundreds. So now we have 10 hundreds. And again, the same question. How many groups of 2's can we make out of 10? Now, let me show you what happens on this side. Since this is the one that was in the 10th, when we place a 0, this is a 0 in the hundreds. So that you place the same 0 next to the 10 to regroup. So now we have 10 hundreds, which is what the picture is saying. Now it is our turn to make groups. So we got to make groups of 2's, just like this division divisor is telling us. So here's group 1, one group of 2, 2 groups of 2's, 3 groups of 2's, 4 and 5 groups of 2's. So that's going to be the answer. How many groups? 5 groups. So what is 5 times 2? The answer will be 10. Once again, I'm going to repeat that step. Once we write the answer on the quotient, we'll multiply the 5 times the 2 here, and the answer should be going right below here, right below the 10. So that will be 10. And when you subtract 10 from 10, and the difference is 0. So now we know that the answer to this equation is, if you have 50 cents and you divide it into halves, which is you get 2 quarters. All right, so in those quarters, 2 quarters equals 50 cents, and that makes a lot of sense in this problem. All right, let's look at the second problem. We have 5.7 divided by 4. Here is our problem. How many ones do we have? We have 5 ones. So let's do that. 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. How many how many tenths? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to make groups of 4, which is exactly what the divisor is telling us. We're going to make groups of 4. All right, so let's start with the ones. How many groups can we make? 1. All right, let's demonstrate that in the algorithm. how many groups of 4 can you make out of 5? And the answer is 1, just like in the place value chart. 1 times 4 equals 4. And 5 minus 4, the difference between those two numbers is 1. Okay? So as you can see on our example here, this is the remainder, the 1. Now, however, we got to regroup because that's what happens in the algorithm. So this is going to be converted into tenths. So we know that $1 has 10 dimes. So that's exactly what we're going to do here, 10 dimes. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now as the divisor is also dictating what we're doing, we're going to make groups of 4 again. So group of 4, let me choose a darker color. This is one group, and this is the second group of 4s. This is the third group of 4s, and this is the fourth one. So the answer in that problem is 4. So we're going to write, let's follow through with what we did on the picture. So we lowered the 7. We regrouped it with the 1/10, which is now 10 hundredths. No, with the 1 whole, which is now 10 tenths, making 17 hundredths. And remember to write the decimal point right above the decimal point. And now we can say, how many groups of 4s can you make out of 17? And as we can see on the picture, it's 4. The answer is 4. And then we multiply 4 times 4 equals 16. And the difference between 16 and 17 is 1. Okay, my friends? And there's the 1 right here. We have it there. Now to take this farther, that could be, the answer will be 1 and 4/10 the answer, with 1 as the remainder. In this case, we can do that, or we can find the decimal for it. For example, what you do if you are, what will continue with this will be 2. Okay, so now we have to, if we add a 0 here, then we can regroup the 0, which means that we have 0 hundredths. Okay, so now we have 10 hundredths, which is gonna happen right here. Now we're gonna create 10 hundredths. And let me get my tool here. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you have it. That's 10 hundredths. And we have to make groups of 4s. And let's make the first group. That's one group of 4s. And this is the second group of 4s, and we have to as the remainder. So now, solving this problem on the algorithm side, 10 divided by 4 equals 2. Just like in this visual aid, this visual problem. Now, 2 times 4 equals 8. And the difference between 8 and 10 is 2. So we'll still have a remainder. So the answer will be for this one, 1 and 42 hundredths with the remainder of 2. So that will be also written on this, on the list line. No, that's an ugly decimal point. So 1.42 remainder 2. Okay. All right, my friends, rewind the video. Watch the video again if you did not understand it, because that's the purpose of this activity. The video allows you to rewind it, check it, see it again as many times as you need to, so your brain accepts these information and knows what to do. Signing out, your coach.